Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we are diving into a report from BK Technologies, the kind where you hope they aren't broadcasting financial static. We'll see if their performance is crystal clear or if it's time to change the channel. In short, BK Technologies just held their annual meeting and there were a few important decisions and a vote on where the company is going. We'll break it down for you. Just held their annual meeting and there were a few important decisions and a vote on where the company is going. We'll break it down for you. Before we jump in, if you're all about turning SEC filings into simple, understandable insights, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate that. And don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. Let's get started. Alright, this is the 8K form, which is basically a report companies file when something big happens. Think of it as corporate news. This one is dated June 18, 2025. First up, some important changes to how BK Technologies plans to pay its employees and executives. They have a new plan called the BK Technologies Corporation 2025 Equity Incentive Plan. It's like a reward system using company stock and cash. This new plan got the thumbs up from the stockholders, which means the owners of the company at the annual meeting held in June, and it replaces an older plan from 2017. The old plan isn't gone, existing awards still count, but no new ones will be given out from that plan. Under this new plan, BK Technologies is setting aside 500,000 shares of stock for employees, directors, and consultants. These awards can be in the form of stock options, which means giving them the option to buy shares at a set price, restricted share units, or even just cash. The company can't give out awards forever. This plan expires in March of 2035. Next, there's the Employee Stock Purchase Plan, or ESPP. This also got approved at that same meeting. This plan lets employees buy company stock at a discount. Think of it as a company-sponsored sale on their own stock. 150,000 shares are available under this plan, making it easier for employees to become shareholders. Okay, moving on to who's in charge. The stockholders voted on the people who will be on the board of directors, which means that they have a council governing them. They elected Joshua Horowitz, Joseph Jackson, Charles Langtree, Ellen O'Hara, Gray Payne, Lloyd Sams, and John Suzuki. They also voted to keep Cherry Bekaert LL as their accounting firm for the year, which means that they trust them to look at the books. There was also a non-binding vote, which means that it's advisory on how the company pays its top executives. Essentially, stockholders got to say whether or not they approve of how the big bosses are getting paid. Let's dive into those voting numbers. First, the election of directors. Folks had a chance to vote for or withhold their support. In the case of Joshua Horowitz, he got 1,921,528 votes for him, with 63,321 broker non-votes. Broker non-votes happen when brokers holding shares for clients don't get instructions on how to vote, and therefore don't vote on certain matters. Similarly, R. Joseph Jackson had 1,982,429 votes for, with only 2,425 withheld, and the same number of broker non-votes, 609,149, and so on for all the directors elected. Charles Langtree, Ellen O'Hara, Gray Payne, Lloyd Sams, and John Suzuki. It looks like all board member nominees won by a landslide, which means that most of the shareholders were happy with these nominees. Next up, the vote on the accounting firm 2,589 at 60 votes for keeping Cherry Bekaert LL, 1,432 against, and 2,761 abstentions. The shareholders are aligned on picking the accounting firm. Looks like they will be keeping them. Then the advisory vote on executive pay, 1,959 voted for the compensation packages, 32,490 against, and 2,633 abstained. Again, there were those 609,999 broker non-votes. The vote on the 2025 plan, that employee reward system we discussed earlier, resulted in 1,937 against and 10,090 abstentions. Again, we see those broker non-votes. Finally, the employee stock purchase plan got 1,976,876,871 abstentions, with, you guessed it, 699,976,877 again. We see those broken non-votes. Finally, the employee stock purchase plan got 1,976,876,870, obviously 17s. On Edge Fronty, 1,976,879 votes in favour, 4,814 votes in against, and 1,199 broken non-votes. So, summing it up, it looks like shareholders overwhelmingly approved nearly everything on the table, from electing directors to ratifying the accounting firm and the compensation and employee plans. Now let's step back and look at the big picture here. BK Technologies is clearly trying to incentivize employees and executives with these equity-based plans. It's a way to align their interests with the company's success. Because if the company's stock does better, so do the employees who have stock grants. The high approval rates on these proposals signal that shareholders are on board with the company's direction and the plans they have in place to attract and retain talent. This can be a good indicator of stability looking forward. One potential risk is that 699 broker non-votes, meaning a decent portion of shares didn't weigh in on some of these matters, though there's no way to be sure exactly why this happens. This could just be owners forgetting or not bothering to vote. Overall, this filing paints a picture of a company moving forward with clear plans for employee compensation and shareholder alignment. Alright, that's our deep dive into the filing from BK Technologies. What do you think about these plans and the shareholder votes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you found this analysis useful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate decoder content. And don't forget to check out our Discord channel where you can chat with other investors and decode corporate filings together. Thanks for tuning in.